Okay, we are back with the Razor Red 7, the Out of Town Crew podcast. You can find this podcast on SoundCloud.com. You can download the app. All you have to do is go to the search engine and type in Razor Red 7 or Car Audio Talk. You'll find it. You'll see them all. And this will also be posted on YouTube. YouTube.com/C/Razor Red 7. All right, I want to get into something. We have a request for a conversation that was on our last podcast. It was part 2 of Not Car Audio Talk. Here we go again. So OGB, the buddy I do a podcast on the other coast, was wondering what time frame and when your whole time that you worked at Hellcraft, that's what we called it, Hellcraft.
We called it welfare.
You didn't get the mic.
Oh,
right,
I'm sorry, we called it welfare.
Okay.
That's true.
So, but when I worked there, I didn't work at Wellcraft, but we had the company I worked for had the fire alarm there. And we called it Hellcraft because the fibers, you know, from building the boats.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, the fiberglass would destroy the wire that was laying in the tracks of the building. Would just go bad, and we would have to pull a new wire, and we would have to find ground faults and stuff like that.
It wasn't the fiberglass, but you're on the right track.
Yeah. But it would just it would get screwed up all the time.
It was the resin.
The resin, yeah. That.
Well, it sprayed out of guns, and
Okay.
and it became airborne, and anything it landed on became hard and cracked. And,
Yeah, and it was terrible.
So you can imagine what that did to
And you
your
know what?
lungs.
And it would always go bad on Saturday. And when you're on call, we would have to go out there, and they would not allow you to just leave it in trouble. And they were like, no, you have to fix it. All right, this bill's going to be big. And they didn't care. But so...
Well, they cared when they went out of business.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch your foot.
That's gay, Granddad. That's gay.
on now,
Well,
sir.
you know, I was...
All right,
about
take
something.
6.
Take 6. Action.
All right, so when did you start working there?
Oh, it came down from New York,
Okay.
working
Oh,
in
I
a...
forgot you're from you.
That's right, I'm from upstate New York.
Call
You
me
don't act
Yankee.
like it.
Call me
No,
Yankee.
I can't
I
because he
call me
doesn't
Yankee all
act
the
like.
time. Bullshit. He always makes fun of me for being Florida born. He's a damn Yankee.
I'm a Florida boy. I was born in. Where's that born? St. Pete. I was born in St. Pete on a fluke when we were on our way to Texas. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I find both of those stories just fucking terrible. Anyhow, I came down after working in the union, Carpenters Union, and in 1986, making like $23 an hour.
That was good back in the day.
Do you think?
Oh God.
So I came to
I don't
Florida.
even make that now.
I came to
Yeah,
Florida and I
okay.
wanted to live here, and there was a ad for a carpenter for Wellcraft Corporation over off of Whitfield and
Oh yeah.
Old 301 15th Street East.
Not to cut you off, but I always wanted to do a video in that building when they left.
Right.
Because I remember being in that building and they tore a bunch of shit out. Oh my God, you know how it'd be awesome to do a video here because it's so like
They had a lot of,
post-apocalyptic.
they had a lot of
Yeah,
buildings.
Yeah.
It
I
was-
think it's a weed. I think it's a dispensary weed growing place now.
It was
Sounds good to me.
No, I think it is.
I
Somebody,
did.
I think you
well,
told me that.
Yeah,
right?
the state purchased a lot of the property,
Mm-hmm.
anticipating the legalization of marijuana, and they were going to use it for a grow house, and that was true. And I had a friend who was an electrician when there and wired it. A lot of strange
Lights.
electrical work, he said, in there, like for
Oh.
lights and stuff like that. So it was true. But I went by there recently, and there seems to be like in their main
Tumbleweed.
no, their main building has got some like Anderson and Little insurance company or something. So
Really?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're
God, it's been a while since I've.
Maybe
Well,
they're-
I
maybe
always
they're-
drive down 15th Street, but I don't ever look that way.
Right.
You know, because I always take 15th Street. to
Well, maybe
University.
they're, they could be leasing the building out, and the
That's
state
possible.
still, because this whole legalization of marijuana thing is it's passed, but no one can seem to figure out things. Anyhow, getting back to Walker.
Yeah. Hellcraft.
Back then
Sorry
you
about
didn't
that.
go online.
That's twice now. One more time and someone's getting kissed around here.
Right?
Jesus, and I gotta.
Back then you didn't have a laptop or a computer or a phone or anything, so when you wanted to find a job, you opened up the newspaper and you went into classifieds.
What the hell is a newspaper?
I know. I know.
He wouldn't know what it
That's
is.
the way we.
Forgot. Garfield.
That's,
Oh, he has read a newspaper.
That's the way George
Only Sunday
Washington.
funnies.
Right. That's the way George Washington and I used to do things. But anyhow, it said Wellcraft Carpenter. I went down there and they hired me, and I'll never forget this. The guy's name was Jim. Can I say names?
Just Jim is fine.
Jim, and we worked in what was called the Mill Shop, Building 6. And he said, I'm going to start you at $8 an hour. So, that was a...
That was a big
That's
step
a
for
big
Florida.
cut down.
that was a $14 decrease in pay.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
a right to work state. They weren't union.
No, of
Yeah,
course not.
so-
And I needed the job, so I
Right.
took it, and I built cabinets, or they call them salons. And your friend who worked there will know exactly what I'm talking about. They were called salons. I built the salons for a boat called the 43 Portofino, which was their big cruiser. They didn't make a bigger boat. They made a 50 Scarab. And I got really well at that, and moved over to doing the stringers, building the stringers,
What are stringers?
stringers and transoms and bulkheads.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh,
Come
really?
on now.
I know cars. I don't know. phone numbers.
Uncultured swine. Say it in the microphone. Call them uncultured swine.
Uncultured swine.
Thank you.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll lay out. Anyhow, here's a quick layout.
Fucking piss.
Here's a quick layout. The mold, you know what a mold is, a
Yes.
boat mold.
Yes.
Mold comes in, they spray with gel coat, then they chop it. It's called a chopper gun, and that's what you're talking about. Sprays all the fiberglass, it's like chopped up.
Yes.
And then they roll it out to get all the air bubbles. Then you put the wood in. There's wood in there, a wood structure. And it runs the length of the boat, and those are called stringers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They run the length of the boat.
Yeah.
And then the ones that run
Didn't
side
they
to
use
side
that-
are called
Didn't they use
bulkheads.
that on the Pinta,
All
the Santa
boats.
Maria and shit?
The Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Maria.
And they did it on the Titanic too, but I think they missed a few. But anyhow,
Shade. Throwing
Yeah, because it didn't have
shade.
the Hellcraft fucking
know.
stamp on the side.
did it say Wellcraft on the back of the Titanic?
I think that's why it went down, was because it said that.
I think it was called Syncraft.
Anyhow, so I did that, and I enjoyed making boats. And then someone nudged me on the shoulder one day and said, Chris Caff, they pay about $4 an hour more. Well, voila.
And they were next door, right?
They were just down the road, yeah.
Down
They were just down the
on
road.
50th Street, yeah.
So I went over there, applied, and of course, having experience from being a boat maker, they hired me instantly. And there again, I did transom, stringers, cabinets, all in the wood shop. I always worked in the wood shop. And then after work, I would put you'd have to see it. The
Yeah,
stringers and the bulkheads, it's actually all put together. It almost looks like a jigsaw, like a Lincoln log thing.
Right.
And you pick the whole thing up, and then you set it in the mold. And then we did what was called hot tabbing just for a few hours, which was resin and fiberglass, and you kind of stuck it to the hull a little bit, and then they came in and chopped it all out, and then they rolled it, and then they put the deck and the seats and everything, and then you bought yourself a boat. Then somebody said, Donzie pays about $2 an hour more.
Oh God, you worked at Donzie?
Yes, I did.
Jesus.
Right.
All right, hold on. How long did you work at Hellcraft?
I was at Wellcraft from 86 to 92.
Damn, that's a big stint.
Yeah,
God damn. All right, so you went from there to Chris Craft,
that's correct.
which my dad owned a Chris Craft. It was a 23-foot cabin cruiser.
They're actually cool
with,
boats.
with a 289 in it. He pulled it out
Yeah, right
and put in a 454 SS motor in it.
Easy to hook up.
Yeah, IO. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, so then you went to Donzie.
Went to Donzie. They were faltering at the time, and but they had some really cool boats.
Wow,
Really, really nice.
You know, the Scarabs back in the day was an '80s thing, and then when Donzi is, I think they're sleeker looking, more modern looking.
Oh, no doubt,
Yeah,
no doubt.
I really like
Anyhow,
Donzis.
to make a long story short,
Make it long.
That's a short story long.
I know I don't want to sound like a douche, and I hate doing
Oh
this.
no, it sounds like a douche.
Anyhow, Wallcraft, Chris Craft, Downsy, what were we talking
you're
about?
on
Go back to
Downsy.
Wallcraft.
Oh yeah, back to Wellcraft.
Right.
So, why did you leave Wellcraft? Just for the
Were you
pay
were not
raise?
listening to me? There was like
No,
$4 more an hour.
God.
I mean, like, I would have.
No, what I'm saying, was it a bad experience? Was it?
It
was
was-
it just the money? I mean, I
Oh,
understand.
there's no
you said
doubt. It was
just
money.
the
It was all money.
But
Yeah.
goddamn, is it raining? Anyways, but
No, it's just foggy on the window. We've been there
because
making out.
OGB worked there as an engine installer, and he.
Well, if he worked in an engine installer, he might know some names. I can't drop names.
No,
right?
he can't drive.
All right, I'll give an engineer's name, Mike. I'll give a tester. Can I do that?
Okay.
Can I do a test driver's name? If your friend knows this, Stanley.
Spadowski?
I'm not going to say that. It's not the name. Should I give him a?
No. I'm giving it a Spadowski
Okay,
because
there you go.
Spadowski is from UHF. So.
Right. Gus.
Oh, McGee.
Okay, Gus
Okay,
McGee.
All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. And then I worked closely with the High Performance Center, and I was also did a lot of dock masters with the shows where we went out on the boats and showed guys how to run them. A lot of people would buy high performance boats to be cool and not
Oh, that
not,
was a big '80s, '90s.
not
thing,
know how to
man.
put the
I
fucking
know.
key in. Yeah,
Oh,
seriously,
fuck
it was
What-
really
What was that? What was that show?
Miami Vice.
Yeah, goddamn.
And that was a Scarab, yes. But I mean, a lot of people would buy. I want a Miami Vice boat because I have a lot of money, and it's like, all right.
Was that a Scarab?
Oh yeah,
Oh no, shit.
yeah. And
You just
also,
reminded me of something.
No. Yeah, Miami Vice. I'm not sure. Hulk Hogan's show.
The Hulk Hogan show
had
was
a
a
Scarab.
Scarab.
Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
Scarab.
Because I remember because all right, this ties into
I
the
think
Hulk Hogan
Miami
thing.
Vice might have been a cigarette. I'm not sure. They
I
were made
think
in
it
Miami.
was a cigarette.
Yeah.
But hold on, with what you just said with
Yes.
the Hulk Hogan Scarab in that show, I lived in the Sarasota. I lived. I mean, it was. But anyway, the 3 houses down, the guy worked for Scarab and he designed that boat.
The Scarab. The Hulk
the
Hogan
Scarab
boat.
for the Hulk Hogan movie or,
Yeah.
or the show, he designed that boat because he always had a Scarab on the side of his house. It was only like a 26-footer.
No, Hulk's boat was bigger. They only
No,
made-
Hulk's boat was fucking huge, but he
Fuck
made
him.
that boat.
They only made a few sizes actually in the
Yeah.
Scarab. Your friend would know that.
Running
They
James
made,
and
they
Pam
made one
Anderson
called
made a
a.
boat too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite models was called a Nova. They made a 23 and a 26 Nova, great boats. And then my favorite boat by them was called the Panther, and that was a 30-foot. And then he got into like 32, 34, 36. Then he started getting into some of the, not sport fish, but open fish.
Well, like a
center console,
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
And they went all the way up to 50 feet.
Holy God.
And I can't even mention the president of the company.
No,
can I?
no.
I'll just give his name. Can I? His last name or his first name?
No. Just
You
the
can drop
president-
initials.
No, don't even do that.
Really?
But just say
Well, I knew him. And
President
actually,
President Hellcraft.
President of Wallcraft, my good friend. I won't give his name.
Ron
His name was
James Dio.
Homie. His name was Homie.
Yeah. His name's
Married,
Ron James.
married the president's daughter. And
Wait, he married his own daughter?
no, my friend Homie married the
Oh,
president of Wallcraft's
I didn't hear
daughter. Okay. Well, anyhow, this person that we won't mention the last name, and I told Bags, who's sitting across the table from me, this
That's
story.
not me.
Well, the story I'm about to tell was actually in the paper, and I don't know if I should say it.
No. Just what the hell's it called where you can tell it, but you.
It's in the paper and on the news. I mean, it's not a big
Oh
fucking
well,
secret.
if it's public asset,
All
fucking
right.
tell it.
Well, anyhow, this test driver when I worked there.
God
his
damn,
name-
was his name OGB?
No,
Calling you out.
no, his name was Stanley, and he was
Spadowski.
well trusted. He was well trusted, and one weekend he was trying to impress some girls and borrowed a boat from Wallcraft, unauthorized
Yeah,
There you go.
unauthorized, yeah.
and crashed
Whoa,
it. He wrecked it.
hold on. You can just drive a boat now?
If
Or
you're
do you have to trailer it
and
to...
you're an engineer guy, yeah.
Well, no. What
No, there are a lot of
I'm
boats
not
in the
understanding,
water.
because I know where Wellcraft is,
Right.
but you can just trailer a boat to
10th
10th Street?
Absolutely.
Oh, no shit, I didn't know.
You never seen them going down there?
No, I never have.
Oh my
well, I
god,
don't
it's
pay
like
attention,
it's
so...
like the circus coming to town. You go down around 10th Street, it's just like boat after boat. Yeah, they all the boat manufacturers
God
go down there and
damn
run
it,
their boats.
dude. This is audio. Well,
Sorry.
we're doing a little video. So don't-
Anyhow,
don't worry about it.
Anyhow, to wrap this
Does it?
up, anyhow, to wrap this up, this test driver who had been well respected and been there for many, many, many years, borrowed a boat unauthorized and crashed it drunk with some girls in there and like fled.
I don't know.
Oh,
Same.
how do you fleet on water?
Well,
You
Did he
swim.
swim?
There's-
You swim.
He's like,
no,
fuck
no,
this
there's
shit.
a lot more to the story, but I can't
Did
say
he have
it
a
on
scoop
here.
gear? And he's like,
He
you ain't
said,
gonna catch me.
what was that? Transporter. He's got the girl with his fucking cannon hurling mask.
I painted the whole pool black, and I'm wearing a black suit. You can't see my bubbles.
Basically, yes.
Really?
Can I say what actually happened?
I mean,
But you could say no names.
it's gonna.
All right,
yeah,
let
do
me-
not drop names
All right,
because
let
it's
me
gonna be
change the
public.
driver's name to Mel.
Oh, Mel Brooks.
No.
Way to name
That's what I do.
drop.
I always put in something to it. You can talk in the microphone.
All right. Mel.
You could say.
Mel was an African American gentleman that worked for Wellcraft for many
There's
years.
the PC part of that.
I'm just trying to be a good person here.
Dude,
And,
you are a good person.
And
When you have to tell a story and it involves different ethnicities, the only way to do it is that way.
okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, like,
well, I don't want to sound.
There's always it's like, yeah, I'm Hispanic. You know what my dad calls me? What? He goes, oh, you're white. You were born in St. Pete. I was like, Dad, I'm not white. You know.
I don't even speak a lick of
I was
Spanish,
like,
Dad.
I've been putting Hispanic on my documents for my taxes. He goes, no, you're white.
You know what Ray
No,
says to
I'm
me?
not.
Ray tells me the first day I worked with him, we were together.
Who?
You.
I know what he's in.
He's like, and we're rolling along, and I said something, and I don't say anything out of line or anything. He's like, I just want you to know I'm Latino. I'm like, sorry, good. So we go to some place, and some Latino guy steps up speaker. I'm like, Ray, can you read? He goes, I don't fucking speak English. I was like, what? Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I've also done, and I've used that to my advantage, and they would be like, "Fuck you! I'm an American. You need to speak English."
Okay.
Well, you look Spanish.
Well,
I was like, I
no,
know
I
Spanish.
mean because you do look.
Oh yeah,
you
oh,
look
yeah.
Hispanic.
I get it a
Hispanic
lot.
as fuck.
And you know what pisses me off?
Who,
about
Ray?
that?
Yes. Dude, I thought that he could
No.
speak fluent Spanish whenever
You
I
look more
first-
Spanish than he does.
I can-
Bullshit, that's only because I live on a sailboat and I'm fucking tainted by the sun. And when the fuck this guy see the sun is only whenever he's fucking walking from the van to the job site.
Hey,
Yeah, your legs
easy.
are
But right though, I
Your
mean,
legs
come
are
on
pretty
though.
white. That's okay.
That's your
That's
natural skin color right
Okay.
there.
Don't touch me.
I've worked hard for that.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
I've
listen,
worked
you take off
hard
your
to
shirt.
get that.
I'm not saying I'm looking.
Okay,
But
listen.
you're right.
Stop, both of
Oh
you.
my God, the old man is.
I'm gonna take,
Old grandpa stepping in.
I'm gonna take your fucking Xbox away. Listen,
Taking you.
My Xbox.
Mel, who stole the boat, was African American. He didn't steal the boat. He borrowed the
Borrowed
boat
it.
unauthorized.
Well, I mean, he could
Okay,
just swipe
no,
his
you
card.
gotta hear me out.
Or
Really
did you have cards back in the day?
He crashed it. And took off. He hit another boat, broad daylight, and took off.
Whoa, hold on.
That's a hit and
How the
run.
fuck do you hit?
All right. Well, here's the deal.
Don's
Here's the
stand
deal.
up and you can't see shit
Really?
once that nose hits
No,
the
he was
sky.
working for
Wellcraft.
Wellcraft.
He
Yeah,
was
it
a
was a
he
Wellcraft
was a test driver for their
Yeah.
sport boats.
But I
Or
mean,
not
it was
sport boats,
still
they're
a
high performance.
cigarette boat, which is, you
So
know,
it-
nowadays.
All right,
Yeah,
well, here's the thing that was
yeah,
bad,
yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone in town, a lot of people knew, I won't say his name, but we'll call him Mel, said the same thing, and I know it sounds bad and it sounds racist,
That's fine.
but there's a black man driving a $400,000 boat and he crashes into
Whoa.
white people in broad daylight and keeps going. he's not going to stick out like we saw it was going. You know, there was a black guy driving the boat.
Now was
So,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so.
No. Was that part of the actual?
That happened. That was 100% what I just said.
Right. But because of his color, was that part of it? Because they hit a white family.
No, it was just that it was obvious.
Oh.
There's no getting away from that. The fact that he ran away from the accident, as opposed to, dude, he hit a $5,000.
So when the sheriff's department got involved, there was a black man
down.
driving a 50-foot Scarab with 3.
So they outed him anyways? There wasn't no rims on the goddamn boat.
rims.
There were no spinners on this goddamn
that's where I'm-
yacht.
It wasn't even as. I don't want to get into it.
No, what
That
I'm
was a
saying
racist
is
joke
that
you
they,
put out.
that they, since they, when he did it, you said they hit a white family when he wrecked.
I didn't say a white family. They
You
hit
did say
another
white
boat
family. You said white
with other
He-
Caucasian boaters.
He did say white family. But no, what I'm saying, that's where I'm getting the thing wrong, is that he hit people.
Yes.
I would
And-
do it that way.
Damage to both boats, severe damage. In fact, you can Google. I don't want to give Mel's
No,
name
I
up
can't
or
Google
anything.
anything right now.
You can
It's like
Google
a
it.
computer.
It'll show you. There was like severe damage to both boats, but he got away because he had a high performance boat and scooted away. But I mean,
Oh
you
my
know,
God!
it was like when the
so-
sheriff.
hold on. Then why is Wellcraft out of business if they cut through another fucking boat? That's a badass boat.
He straight ran over this boat
Like,
and
fuck
kept
you.
going. No
Probably would have made a
problem.
good commercial.
Yeah, I know. Be like, Wellcraft can cut through any.
Especially with Mel at the wheel with one of those popcorn hats on, the Jiffy Pops.
When you're too rich to steer out of the way of other boaters, just go right through them. Wellcraft.
Well, Hellcraft. It will take people to hell.
When you have the means to borrow a $450,000 boat, but couldn't ever afford it,
yeah.
You got 3 pieces of pussy on that boat. You best believe I'm borrowing it.
he better
too.
got him before the wreck.
You know damn well he did it, and you know after that he was like, man, like he was so like distraught within himself. He didn't get laid that night.
Okay, OGB.
No way.
OGB or Old
Yeah,
Dirty
OGB,
Bastard or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, there's my
Continue.
walk.
I'm gonna go grab a beer. Unless you. No, I'll do it.
All right, can you turn it off, or I was
No,
gonna.
Keep
talking.
No. You guys need a beer?
All
No,
talking to his microphone.
no, that's the Wellcraft Donzie Chris Craft story, and actually I work for another company too, Offshore Marine.
God damn.
Yeah, Offshore Marine. They were behind the airport, and this was a really cool job. Actually, they made really small.
You need to stop.
Stop what?
I'm trying. I can't breathe. It says breathability, but
It does?
no, it says drinkability. But
Oh,
I tried
God.
to breathe it.
Yeah.
Putting Jack Daniels in your asthma spray is not going to fucking help anything here, pal.
I tell you what, it
I'm
takes
gonna
the
have
feelings
to edit
away.
the hell out
Anyhow.
of this audio.
I work for
Fuck
Offshore.
them.
I work for Offshore Marine. They make 2 boats, a 17 and a 19. There
A
was,
year?
No.
Oh, no, I was being serious.
No, those were their models, 17
Okay,
foot and
17.
19 foot. They're called Offshore Marine. And I could give you the name, but Ray said that's not going to happen. Anyhow,
No,
I was
no
delivering
names.
boats to them, for them, as far as Virginia, Chesapeake Bay, and Key West. And
Whoa.
yes, so I got paid to deliver 2 boats
Did
2
you-
times a month.
Did you drive them?
No, I pulled them out of
Oh,
truck
okay, you pulled
with
them
a
out.
trailer. But free gas, free food, free hotel, Key West. Hey.
Free hookers?
Oh, don't go.
No, the
other side
hookers
of
are on
road.
my dime.
Hey, that's fair though. That's fair. That's fair. With all the
All
money
right.
you saved on getting there and all that shit, the hookers on your fare are fair.
All right, cool.
That's fair.
Anyhow, I'm gonna pass this mic off, and there's my Wallcraft and Donzie and Chris Craft
All
story.
right, thank
and-
you.
And
Hopefully that's good enough for OGB because he was really wondering. Because what was your time? It was 90. I'm pretty sure you already said
86 and 92 with Wallcraft.
86.
I wasn't even fucking
86 to
born
92.
Pardon me?
Really?
Hmm?
He didn't start working there till. He
03?
told me. No, I think it was. Yeah. I
He
think it
worked
was
there much later than that.
93.
He was on fucking thin ice.
Well,
Guys, I wasn't even on the fucking
That
planet
place,
yet.
the boat industry at the time was up and down, and when I mean up and down, it was up, and when it was down, if there was 400 people working there, 375 got laid off.
Yeah, and
that's the way-
that was the thing that he was talking about.
Right.
On the next podcast, if we're not doing the out of town crew podcast, the next podcast.
What, you saying because I'm going to get fired?
No.
Oh, you know something? I don't know. I'm out
What
of
do you
here.
mean? You fucking told me.
Dude,
No,
where's my fucking
no,
pink
no,
slip?
no,
Give it
no,
up
no.
now.
Man can't even drink his
He
beer.
can't.
He got himself rolling so good.
No. What I was saying was,
I'm fired.
is that the next time we're not in Stewart, I'm gonna have a podcast with OGB, and I think he was there right after you. He
Possible.
was wondering if you guys met.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what he was wondering.
He wants to know
But-
if we had sex.
How many guys there did you have sex with? Hold on now, that's the
Only-
real question.
Only 11.
No.
So the 11,
What
if
building?
you ever happen to find
I worked in
podcast-
building 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You said building.
Yeah. Old dirty bastard. The, if you work
So
here,
you
do you
did.
remember at the corner of the street there on 301 15th Street East, that little bar right there they cashed your checks and you had to wait in there?
Oh my god.
And you, they cashed your checks.
I don't remember that, but I know the building is
They
like.
cashed all
This is
the
so
wel-
pre
they-
90s shit.
all the welfare boat builders, they cashed their checks in there, and but they would make you wait. You would give them your check, and they'd make you wait like an hour. So you drink like fucking 3 pitchers of beer and eat a pizza. You know what I mean? They were smart. So,
Are you drunk? We're taking $100 from
but they were cool.
3 pitchers of beer.
I'm surprised.
$100.
I'm surprised the old fat guy that owned that place didn't get held up because he must have brought a super large amount of money in there in the morning. I mean, like he
Well,
must
now-
have brought $40,000 or $50,000 in there because he cashed checks all day long.
Well, now that you say that, I'm gonna have to go strong arm them.
It's
I don't
not
think
what you
they're
think
there
anymore.
anymore. Yeah,
I think now it's called Taco Pete's or something like that.
Taco Pete's?
Yeah, he'll catch.
I
a
love
check.
Pete.
He'll
Who's
catch a
Pete?
check for you.
No Pete is making a fucking taco that I'm trying to eat. If their name
Hey,
isn't,
we got Taco Bell and we all eat it.
yeah, but it's not as good as the names that you cannot pronounce.
Like,
Anyhow, boat story I'll buy.
that's your story. We talked about it a lot, and we are
I'm sure
running
it's a full
almost
story
to
all
an
right.
hour on this podcast, so I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this goddamn podcast.
Son hasn't even
Well,
gotten
well,
out
I
of
can
there.
only upload, a certain amount of minutes onto SoundCloud.
We'll get Bax on there for something. I feel like I stole his
Well,
thunder.
You stole
You know
my
what?
thunder
What?
because
You know what?
I'm the
hey,
fucking.
Hey, let's take
on
a
the
break.
show.
If you want to keep talking, you want to keep
Yeah.
talking.
We're gonna keep
All right,
talking.
Let's
about
talk
Let's
about a
take a
subject
break.
he can
Hold
understand,
on.
like failing in school.
it. Fuck you guys. I haven't been in school in 9 years.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's right. No.
Fuck off! Fuck you guys! I swear to God. Hey, look, we got the video. We're gonna do fucking.
Oh,
It's about to go a room full of uppercuts.
No, if you
Okay.
consider the 6th grade your senior year, you've got some issues. That's all I'm saying.
What? Hey, he had a cell phone.
Listen, 1 and 1 equals 11. You dumb fuck.
I know.
No, that's the devil's horns. Don't fuck with
That's the devil.
that. No,
Would
no,
you-
no.
Let's
Look,
talk about
you
John
should not
Karate
do
in it.
Devil's horns don't have a band-aid on.
You see my band-aid? You see what they're making fun of me for?
All right, let's take a break. Obviously, everybody wants to do more, so we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna have to pay for more time on SoundCloud, so just hold on.
I love you, you turned